Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cats. Let's play that. Today we're taking a look at Roundup 1981. What was in store for our credits? Well, that was fun little music. Oh my gosh. Well, that was fun little music. Good thing we'll never hear anything again. And, alright, so we seem to be playing the egg thing in the center. And there are more egg things in the center, but... So that's very disconcerting. So Pac-Man had a warp mechanic where, as you walked by the side, or okay, if you walked through the sides of the screen, you teleport from one place to another. Roundup has a weird egg replacement mechanic where if you walk into the egg guys in the center, then you change consciousness with one of them and then come out again. That's a little creepy. And they're all the same. Oh. Well, one of them's dead. Do we get 9 lives? No, just 1. So it looks like the objective is sort of like Flicky, where we just have to collect all of these little faceless egg beings and then lead them to the center, maybe? Man, it's been a long time since we've had an arcade game that was just straight up incomprehensible. Like, there is a lot going on here, but there is not a lot of explanation going on here. Well, after this, maybe I'll check out the intro screen and see if maybe there's like an introduction or like an explanation or something more than just, here's this, do it. Okay, let's see if reds are good. Well, you tell me, are reds good or not? Let's see, buttons don't seem to do anything. It's just a stick-only game. I mean, not to knock on it for that. I mean, Pac-Man was a stick-only game, and that could get... Well, honestly, Pac-Man was so good, it sort of reinvented the concept of, like, what an arcade was. Well, I guess technically, if you think back then, like, there wasn't really a notion of, like, what an arcade could be. So I guess Pac-Man defined the concept of an arcade, rather than reinvent it. Hey, no fair. Slow down when I pick up one of my... Oh. Man, it's sort of ironic that I thought those guys on the right were my friends, because... No, they seem to eventually turn on you and become your enemies. That's... Well, frankly, that's a very weird design twist, because, like, Pac-Man, it's like, okay, you fought against the ghosts, but I mean, the ghosts were always there. The ghosts are sort of like an omnipresent enemy. These bad guys on the right, it's like, well, they kind of start off looking somewhat peaceful looking, and honestly, their visual design isn't all too different than your character's visual design, so maybe they're supposed to be your species that's, like, slowly being, okay, so we can make colors in the center. This, doesn't really explain anything for me, but I feel like we're one step closer to figuring out this game. Oh, and we're dead. So now, if the intro lets me know how to play, then we are like 1,000 steps closer to solving this game. If not, then, well, frankly, your guess is as good as mine. The cast. Oh, man. Just like Pac-Man, meeting those White Knights. Just meeting all those Glee boys. Oh, okay, so the yellow guys are bad, despite looking almost exactly like the White Knights and the Red Knights. And in typical Pac-Man fashion, it doesn't tell you how to play. Now, unlike typical Pac-Man fashion, Pac-Man is, like, very obvious on how to play. Like, you pretty much just eat everything you see, except for the ghosts, they're bad. But literally everything else, you can just have at it. Free range, open season. This game, it's like, well, some of the things are good, and some of the things are bad. Do we have to, like... make a tic-tac-toe, cross 3 in a row or something? Watching the CPU is just hurting me. Man, isn't it always kind of weird how, like, watching somebody play video games who's, like, bad at them kind of just kind of hurts and kind of annoys you after a while? My apologies in advance. So, let's see. My current operating theory is that we need to get 3 in a row a la tic-tac-toe. However, there are all of these white guys just kind of hanging around. I want to go straight for the red colors so I can make my red tic-tac-toe. And, yeah, cue 5 minutes when I'll inevitably realize that this was not the way to go. But it's worth a shot, and frankly, there are worse things to do than just being stuck with, like, an arcade game. Oh, Now, do we get to keep our color? I'm betting no, because that seems like it would be helpful, but... I wonder if you could change color by pressing buttons. That seems unlikely. Why would you be able to do that? Ooh, I was gonna make a side-by-side, but instead, if I just kind of push them all out... Okay. Well, we're well on our way to making a tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. But, yeah, those enemies have something to say about this. Okay. No, you can't change back, so... Jeez. It looks like your own greed could be a powerful enemy in this game, too. And... so does them moving all around. Duh. So I don't know if you've noticed those gates, but they kind of move around and, mess you up. Ah, okay. Well, finally, my plan has come to fruition. And when I say that, I mean... Oh my gosh. I gotta give credit to this game for, like, just throwing so many hazards at you. Like, I mean, yeah, there are the ghosts, and it's like, yeah, sure, okay, Pac-Man game, okay, I'm willing to expect the ghosts. But then you've got, like, the white eggs just kind of coming around, messing up your attempts to get 3 in a row, and it's like, oh my gosh, I thought they were good guys, but they're bad guys. Okay, so 3 in a row is not the magic ticket. Maybe filling it all with red guys is the magic ticket? If so, that's, like, super tedious. 2 lives? You only get 2 lives? Who designed this game? I mean, whoever they were, they really knew what they wanted. One thing and one thing only. Your quarters, baby. Your quarters. Well, does the guy have a name? Because you call them the White Knights, the Red Knights, and the King Grumpus. Then the Glee Boys are ghastly, beastly, homely, and deadly. Homely. That's kind of a silly name for a silly beast. But, no gameplay tips. No gameplay tricks. No nothing. I'm gonna have to look this one up later and see how you play this. Mostly for my own edification. I mean, I'm not gonna let you guys know or anything, but I suspect that you have to get the entire center of the screen red. But then what? Does the game just, like, end or something? Because, I mean, it's not like you have to get 3 in a row. And then you've got those stupid blue paths that, like, just seem like, honestly, a death trap. Like, I used one of them. Oh. Please tell me how to play. What is this? You have to solve a Rubik's Cube while you play this Pac-Man clone? Like, geez, only copy one established franchise at a time, guys. Amenep Century, 1981. Now, if I remember correctly, Pac-Man was 70s. I want to say 78, so they're still relatively timely. And I mean, well, as much as I would like to say that this is a Pac-Man clone, if I, as a person, completely understand Pac-Man, like, not to brag, but I feel like I understand the concept of Pac-Man, which is to say, eat everything except the ghosts. Except, sometimes you eat a power pellet, which lets you eat the ghost, and then you eat the ghost. So essentially, eat everything. This game, I am honestly a little baffled. Like, do you try to collect all the little mini eggs? Do you try to make the middle red? Do you try to... It doesn't seem like you can kill these, like, the fly boys or whatever they were called, but, it wouldn't surprise me if there was some secret way. Maybe King Rompus gives you a sword or something, but, yeah. Well, on that note, I feel like, 4x4 Rubik's Cube. But, I feel like this game is just maybe a little too confusing for its own good back in the day, but, on that note, this cat's got a scat.